This lesson is Complex Fractions, Part 3. Here we have an example with 3 fractions on top and 3 fractions in the bottom. Again, we're adding 3 fractions on the add or subtract on the top, and also add or subtract in the bottom. So the first step, we're going to move from here to over here. So the first step is rewrite the fractions. So 1 becomes 1 over 1. 3x is just 3x. 10 over x squared, I'm going to rewrite it as x times x. So we know the denominators. We know the factors for the denominator. Same thing with the bottom, rewrite it. So 18 over x squared, I write it as 2x's, x times x, plus 11x over x, and then this one, I write it as 1 over 1. Again, all I did was I went from here to here by rewriting the denominators. And the reason why we're rewriting the denominators, so we know what is missing and use the missing pieces to make the denominator become the same. So we're trying to find common denominators, okay? So as you can see, there are 2 x's here. There's 1 x and there's no x. So therefore, over here, we need 2 x's. We need 1 x's over here so that the denominator can be the same. Same thing with the bottom. There are 2 x's here, 1 x, and over here, there's none. So we need 1 extra x here, 2 extra x here, so that the denominator will be the same. Okay, so again, from here to here, I just rewrite the problem so that I can see all of the factors. Once I see all the factors, now I use these other extra factors so that the denominator are the same. Okay, so from here, I went to here. Again, from here, I went to here. And as you can see, this denominator has 2 x's. Over here, I just need 1 more because I already have an x. Over here, I don't have any x, so therefore I need 2 x's so that the denominator can be the same. So that's for the top. And the bottom is the same situations. Here there are 2 x's. I already have 1 x, so I need 1 more so I can make 2. Over here there are no x's, so I put 2 x's so that the denominator are the same. Okay, so I'm using all the factors and so that I can get same denominator for the top and the same denominator for the bottom as well too. Okay, now once I have all that, I'm going to go from here to over here just by multiplying them. The 2 x's times 1 is back to itself. X times 3 x's, and then 10 is by itself. And as you can see, the denominator, all 3 denominators, I have x squared, so I leave that alone. Okay, now do the same thing with the bottom. 18 over x squared, it's already the way it is, so leave it alone. X times 11, 11x, and these 2 x's, they go here, they go right here. Okay, so I forgot to put the 2 here. Okay, and then these 2 x's are here, these 2 x's are here. And as you can see, now the denominator are the same, so it makes it easier when you add and subtract fractions. Same thing here, all of the denominators are the same, so we can add and subtract fractions. Okay, so I'm going to take this step down to this step. So I want to take this step down to here. And again, the denominator are the same, so I just do x squared minus 3x minus 10. That's what I have here. Same thing in the bottom, 18 plus 11x plus x squared, that goes here. Okay, so I went from here to here just by combining like terms, and now I can combine like terms because the denominator are the same for the top and also for the bottom. So I went from here to here. Okay, next I'm going to do fractions, divide by fractions. So keep, change, flip. So keep, that's what I have here. Change to multiplications, and I flip, so x squared goes on top, and then the x squared plus 11x plus a is written over here. Okay, next I factor the top here, which comes out to be x plus 2, x minus 5. I factor the x squared plus 11x plus 18 becomes x plus 2, x plus 9. Okay, so I went from here to here by factoring this trinomial, factoring out this trinomial. Okay, next, anything looks the same, I cancel, so I x plus 2 cancel, x plus 2, and over here is cancel, x squared and this x squared cancel. Anything that is not canceled, that becomes our final answer. Okay, so be very careful in these situations where what happens if I have multiple fractions on top, multiple fractions in the bottom. Make sure I need to find the factors first. Once I find the factors, use those extra pieces so that I can make the denominator the same. And once the denominator are the same, I can add and subtract the top. Same thing as here, and then fractions, and then rewrite this into this portions right here. So because x squared, x squared, x squared, they are the same denominator, that goes here, and then x squared minus 3x minus 10, that goes here. Same thing with the bottom, x squared, x squared, x squared, since the denominator are the same, it goes here, and then 18 plus 11x plus x squared goes here. Okay, and then follow the fractions divide by fractions rule, keep, change, flip, and that comes over here, and then factor this trinomial that's here, factor this trinomial that goes here, cancel the one that are the same, and then the one that are not cancel becomes our final answer. Okay, so again, be very careful when you have multiple fractions on top and also multiple fractions in the bottom. Our objective is to find common denominator so I can add or subtract the top, and that comes down to here. Okay.